I like Kamala Harris, but I don't think she'd win this year.
Meet Joyce DeCerce, he, him, the compliance manager to the DNC.
What's your official title?
Compliance manager. My specific job, like the end-all be-all of my job, is reporting to the government how much the DNC raised and where it spent its money.
Saying that she doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of.
She's weirdly unpopular. She doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of because she's vice president.
Joyce DeCerce revealed how the DNC gains donations and what tactics they use, including just telling donors what they want them to hear.
When I was doing finance, like fundraising, we just call it finance and politics, you kind of tell a donor what they want to hear.
Which is what?
Whatever they want to hear.
DeCerce admits to the OMG citizen journalist American Swiper, you kind of tell a donor just what they want to hear.
You just put on a performance for them, a little show, right?
You just put on a performance for them, a little show, right?
So basically we're just feeding into their fantasy.
Yeah. Which, you ever met a rich person? They want their fantasy to be, fed into.
So we just take their money and we like smile and nod our head, but like we don't really take their opinions into our strategy.
100%.
So some donors are holding back on writing the checks because they think that the campaign's not doing well. Why would they think that?
I don't know, a lot of people think we should attack Trump more.
We should attack Trump more.
Yeah.
Do you feel like our strategy has always been just like take their money and tell them what they want to hear?
Yeah, that's politics.
There's always been an artifice that pervades our politics in this country, with people never willing to say out loud what the truth is. And the political marketing industry, masquerading as journalists, participate in that lie. But every once in a while, we manage to catch them being honest. And when we do, they tell you the truth, what they really think, what they really believe, what they won't say in public for reasons that are themselves important. And they tell you things like this.
And what's your official title?
Compliance manager.
You're the only person.
Yeah. I don't manage anyone.
I mean, you manage compliance. That's huge, right? I mean, like there's a lot of legality involved, I imagine.
I can't say like I manage the compliance department because I don't. There's no department to manage. I manage me.
And remind me what compliance means again?
It's pretty much an accounting function. It's kind of like where accounting and legal meet. So
you report?
Yeah, my specific job, like the end-all be-all of my job, is reporting to the government how much the DNC raised and where it spent its money. And Joe Biden's campaign right now, because they don't have anyone doing that for them. So...
Oh, so you're doing it for both the DNC and the Biden campaign?
Yeah.
Meet Joyce DeCerce, he, him, the compliance manager to the DNC in the former Biden campaign, now the Kamala Harris campaign. DeCerce, as stated on his LinkedIn, is a, quote, political operations expert with experience in people and culture, financial operations, and compliance. DeCerce divulged further into what his role description is for the DNC, the former Biden campaign, and now the Kamala Harris campaign. In today's rapidly evolving healthcare landscape and mysterious shortages of medical supplies, being proactive about your health is paramount. That's why our OMG supporters, The Wellness Company, is proud to introduce the ultimate first aid emergency kit, meticulously crafted by its chief medical board to support life-saving readiness. When my team and I are out in the field, we always carry our TWC First Aid Emergency Kit because in an emergency, every second counts. The upgraded kit includes essential items like epinephrine for anaphylactic reactions, several common prescription medications, and many vital first aid supplies. Additionally, it features a comprehensive first aid emergency guidebook with over 40 pages of life-saving information. And you can easily replenish your supply at any time. Every kit purchased is eligible for medication replenishments for up to 2 years after purchase. Order your first aid kit now and save 15% by using code OMG for a savings of $60 and savings of over $100 when paired with a purchase of the medical emergency kit. Whether it's ensuring access to medications, personal protective equipment, or other essentials, our commitment is to empower individuals to take control of their health journey. So order your first aid emergency kit now by going to twc.health/OMG. That's twc.health/OMG. That's twc.health/OMG. Let's dive into our two-part series investigation of the Democratic National Committee and the newly established Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. Americans across the country are just a few short months away from electing a new president of the United States in what has already been an insane campaign cycle, and the election is just around the corner. Here at OMG, we decided to investigate and found ourselves looking into the Democratic National Committee, the Joe Biden campaign, and now the Kamala Harris presidential campaign. Let's dive right in. Joyce DeCerce, the DNC Compliance Manager, met our OMG American Swiper on the dating app Bumble, where they met on multiple occasions. He spoke to the journalist about the DNC, Vice President Harris, President Joe Biden, First Lady Jill Biden. Recently, Vice President Kamala Harris has launched her campaign for President of the United States. What does the DNC Compliance Manager, Joyce DeCerce, him, think of Kamala running? Well, he confided to our OMG journalist about the fears of the Vice President losing to Donald Trump, revealing Kamala Harris has no accomplishments to run on, saying, quote, "I don't think Kamala Harris would win this year," and saying that she doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of. He even goes so far as to say that Kamala Harris won't win even if she ran in 2028.
I like Kamala Harris, but I don't think she'd win this year.
Why?
She's weirdly unpopular. I think a lot of that is racism and misogyny. And the vice president's so easy to attack, right? She doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of because she's vice president. She doesn't make laws. Her job is to become president if Joe Biden does. And a lot of the time, the vice president, whoever they are, gets sent to do the hard stuff. So yeah.
So why do you think she's constantly getting attacked?
Honestly, if you look at the stuff people attack her with, it is a bunch of racist, sexist bullshit. Like, it's just stuff you wouldn't say about a man. People call her ditzy.
It's truly shocking what people admit when you use a hidden camera. The undercover cameras you've seen us use in the past are now available for sale. Go to our website, o'keefemediagroup.com, click on Covert Camera Store, go get the footage, send it to us, and we'll pay you for it. Joyce DeCerce, him, is saying what everyone else is apparently thinking. Even Vice President Harris's own Democratic employees are acknowledging she cannot win due to her unpopularity and lack of accomplishments. Recall the video that I did undercover, sitting across the table from someone in the executive office of the White House.
Same thing with Kamala Harris. She's not popular, but you can't remove the first black lady to be vice president from the goddamn presidential ticket. She can't keep black staff. They quit on her in mass.
Just a short time ago, Vice President Kamala Harris launched her presidential bid and raised $81 million in 24 hours, according to an Axios report. Joyce DeCerce revealed how the DNC gains donations and what tactics they use, including just telling donors what they want them to hear, and playing into what DeCerce calls Democratic donors' fantasies in order to get more money.
When I was doing finance, like fundraising, we just call it finance in politics, you kind of tell a donor what they want to hear.
Which is what?
Whatever they want to hear. They tell you what they tell you what they want to hear, and then they say, "What do you think?"
Like, give me an example.
You know, we really need to spend more attacking Trump.
Sure.
You need to get up on stage and you need to talk about all the things Trump is saying. And then you say, "I completely agree." And President Biden is going to be doing that. Here's 3 examples where he did it. And if we have 25K, we can spend money on making sure that happens. Can you give 25K? And he's like, "I don't know." And you're like, "Well, you know, Biden actually has an event coming up. I could relay your concerns to him." You know what? Yeah, I'll give 50K. Okay. But then a donor says, "You're doing way too many TV ads, you know? Like, TV doesn't change votes, you know? Nobody watches cable anymore." Well, that's why we're hiring so many organizers in all these states. But organizers cost money. And so just a single organizer's salary is $41,000 a year. And we got to hire a lot if we really want to beat Trump and be competitive and say, what state are you from again? Florida? We need to really have a lot of organizers if we want to beat Trump in Florida. In fact, we're opening up a field office right there in Tampa. It's going to cost a lot. Can you give 100K?
Dang, you're good. I'm ready to, like, write a check to you.
You tell people exactly what they want to hear, though.
DeCerce admits to the OMG Citizen Journalist American Swiper, you kind of tell a donor just what they want to hear. You just put on a performance for them, a little show, right?
Do you feel like our strategy has always been just like take their money and tell them what they want to hear?
Yeah, that's politics.
That's what?
That's politics.
That's politics? So we just take their money and we like smile and nod our head, but like we don't really take their opinions into our strategy?
100%.
So basically, we're just feeding into their fantasy.
Yeah. Which, you ever met a rich person?
No.
That's their MO.
What?
They want their fantasy to be, fed. You just put on a performance for them, a little show, right? Judith Butler calls this phantasm.
Phantasm.
Yeah, it's this kind of like cognitive dissonance of like just imagining something that truly isn't.
So some donors are holding back on writing the checks because they think that the campaign's not doing well. Why would they think that?
I don't know, a lot of people think we should attack Trump more.
We should attack Trump more.
Yeah.
Do you feel like our strategy has always been just like take their money and tell them what they want to hear?
Yeah, that's politics.
So, there you have it. DeCerce sings like a canary about how he uses facades to play to donors' fantasies, utilizing deception. It's on full display over at the DNC. But it begs the question, what else is the DNC doing to trick their donors or voters? How many other people agree with this man? In fact, how many people disagree with him? Really? And why are they telling donors what they want to hear? Why aren't they telling them the truth? Why are they performing these bait and switch techniques? On top of all of this, our OMG American Swiper asked Joyce DeCerce about President Biden and his struggles with donors, which corroborates reports in the media that have stated Biden was in fact struggling with campaign donations.
So do you think it was a mistake that President Biden agreed to debate Trump?
No, because I think it was a good thing on Biden's part because he would have had to debate Trump anyway, just politically. He would have had to.
I mean, I just imagine how he does in the debate's gonna influence how donors decide whether they're gonna continue to back him, right?
For sure. Yeah, we've had people who haven't wanted to give us money because they think the campaign's not doing well enough or Biden isn't being strong enough.
We reached out to the DNC for comment and to DeCerce for comment, and we received this. Now, what's interesting is the DNC did try contacting our fearless OMG American Swiper, including sending her this postcard asking her not to do any more online swiping. The postcard was in English and Chinese. We're not sure why they invoked an Asian racial undertone in contacting our journalist. They also made anonymous phone calls in the middle of the night. To her, this all happened as the publication date of our groundbreaking story on the DNC approached. It appears as though these were attempts to intimidate or try to stop this report from being aired. But here at OMG, we are undeterred, always holding those in power accountable. And once again, we extol the brave journalist, the virtues of this swiper who got this story. She's incredibly talented and courageous, and we're sending her a check for the story. And you can do the same. O'KeefeMediaGroup.com/swiper. Our staff is standing by. We'll get in touch with those who qualify and sign up on our website. We want to create an army of you to make what we do unstoppable. Now to our audience. We have many insiders, some on the DNC, some inside Act Blue, and some people are unknowing insiders and unwitting whistleblowers because they're talking to someone they don't know is a journalist. If you're on the inside of the DNC or the Kamala Harris Campaign and notice corruption, lying, stealing, or cheating, we urge you to come forward and speak truth to power. Contact us on Signal at 914-315-9415. DM us on social media. We've gotten thousands of messages. We try to read all of them, and we will have an OMG journalist be in touch with you, or of course join our Swiper campaign. You'll get paid to do stories like this. Later this week, we will release the next installment of the DNC tapes, where we investigate the topic of money regarding DNC and disbursements, really gray areas here, possible illegal activity, possible legal loopholes. We'll investigate that. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and stay tuned. It is up to citizen journalists like you and I.